Hi, and welcome back to SoFloDining's, South Florida's premier dining blog. This week we're going to change things up a little bit, and Doris and I are going to go over some of our pet peeves or dislikes.
Yeah, get to know you a little better, get to know us a little better.
See what we look
what we're looking for, what it is that we're trying to achieve, what we like, what we don't like, what you may like and not like, you know, that kind of thing. So I was kind of thinking maybe we would all get to know each other better. What do you say, Danny?
Well,
Let's do this.
Let's do it. All right.
First thing we talk about is reservations and the reservation system.
Okay, reservation system. Some of the things that I don't like about reservation systems are people that go away from the traditional open table. They try to go on their own. There's a lot of apps out there now that are trying to compete with open table, and it just adds to confusion. It's like, you know, why mess it up? You know, stick with the good thing and just keep going. A lot of the ones that are like self-supportive, they just break down and they don't work right, and who wants like 16 apps on the phone just to do reservations?
Right? I mean, we're busy people. We've got things to do, places to go, people to see. You don't need a million apps on your phone too.
Right.
Yeah. So what about the parking apps? Talking about apps.
Talking about apps, the parking lots. Okay, so parking lots now are pretty much run with apps. For instance, from Fort Lauderdale up to Boca, there's about 3 major apps. That means 3 apps you have to have on your phone. What aggravates me with the apps is multiple things as you've experienced. Like anything else, they update, they're constantly updating. We go somewhere one week, I pay with the app.
Right.
The next week, I have to re-enter my credit card, re-enter the license plate.
Tell them how you really feel, honey.
Yeah, it's just aggravating. But the other thing that's really ludicrous to me is, and I think the restaurant owners should talk to, you know, their local city council or whoever's in charge of these meter systems. I don't think it's fair that the people that use the apps have to pay a service fee.
That's right. That's right. We do.
Yeah, because the people that are using the apps are your locals. The people that fly in from out of state aren't using these apps.
No, you're right.
Okay?
And if they do, they probably delete them as soon as they're gone.
But to me, it's a joke.
Yeah.
Because the people that don't have the app have to go to the little kiosk machine. And the kiosk machine, they have to stock with tickets. It has to be run with electric. It has to be maintained. When it breaks, they have to service it.
Are you kidding?
That's who should have the service charge, the people that use that machine.
You mean to tell me that they don't charge them?
No,
They charge us?
We get the surcharge.
Wait a minute. That's got to be fixed. What about the forced valet parking?
Well, forced valet parking I'm not a big fan of, because first of all, I have to pay before I actually go into your restaurant. So in some of the places that have valet, usually they're more upscale places, more expensive places. Mm-hmm. So again, I have to pay before I overpay. Not too fond of that. That's you know, that's a little overkill. And plus, I told you the story in Miami.
Yeah.
The place in Brickell I told you that I had yeah.
That's an awesome story. You got to tell them.
I had a situation in Brickell where I went with family members, and we went to a restaurant. We pulled up to the valet. It's in a hotel. You give them their keys. We go into the restaurant, have our dinner. We come downstairs and we pay the valet. They give me a ticket, and they tell us that we should walk down the block to the parking garage and give them the ticket, and they'll get the car for us. Thank God I didn't have anybody handicapped or elderly, but this was a joke. Because first of all, it's a one-way. Mm-hmm. I couldn't get the car and go back around the block.
Right.
Because this is Brickell. If I go around the block, I go on 95. I never heard of such a thing.
Yeah, it would take you like an hour to get back.
Yeah.
Without traffic.
I could have just parked in that garage myself.
This is true.
So, you know, and I thought of other situations where I went, toward the end of the night, did the valet, came back, and they told me the bartender has my keys. And my car is down the block in the lot. And again, I paid the valet beforehand, because that's the system.
That's horrible.
So
That's really horrible.
yeah,
You know, I remember back in the day when I thought that just not having the parking ticket validated was
Yeah.
bad, but that story of yours is a
Oh
horror
yeah,
story.
yeah. They a lot of them too don't validate.
Yeah.
You know, because they're in a lot of the places are in buildings where they're just leasing a space, and it's actually the building owner taking advantage of the tenant.
I see that, and that's like the example that you were giving me the other day of the buildings that have the restaurant
Right.
upstairs on the rooftop,
Right.
and they don't have what?
Elevators. The
You mean a designated elevator?
designated elevator.
That's it. Yeah.
Yeah. Again, I know every inch is at a premium, dollars, whatever, but these buildings are new constructions, and there's no secret when you're building the restaurant on the roof that there's going to be a restaurant on the roof. We go to a place in Hollywood. You go there. They have a dedicated elevator. You go in, you walk to the elevator, it takes you right up to the place. Excellent. Other places we've been to, a Sunday brunch last year, we get there, you're contending with hotel guests.
Yeah.
Now, anybody knows, Sunday around brunch time, everybody's leaving. So now you have to fight for an elevator, everybody's coming down with luggage.
Right.
You know,
right.
and the same thing when it came time for us to leave, we couldn't get an elevator because we're on the top floor, so all the lower floors are getting filled with guests leaving, and we waited 20 minutes.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's, you know,
I remember.
I'm not picking on the places that are retrofitted or decided to put a restaurant on there.
Right.
later
We're
on.
not naming any names.
Right.
We're not telling
But-
you what restaurants these were or you know,
Right.
anything. We're just
Yeah, that's
naming
not what this is
general
about.
locations.
That's not what this is about. But I mean, you know, the billionaires that are building these buildings can spare a little space and put a dedicated elevator to the restaurant.
You would think, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
They need to speak to their engineers for sure.
Thanks again for joining us this week for this installment of our Pet Peeves. As always, enjoy, and I'll see you there. And don't forget, join us on our blog, write to us, give us some suggestions. We're always open to suggestions. And don't forget
to like, share, and subscribe. We'll see you then, and thanks for joining us.
And don't forget, we'll see you next week with a new review, and in 2 weeks, another installment of our Pet Peeves. Take care.
Bye.